Ooh, look at that. I wonder if that's the way it's supposed to work. Today we're going to finish the dome, or partially finish it. And we're going to start by installing motors, so we finally get some movement. Now you may notice this tape here, and I'll explain in a sec why I have that. And maybe other viewers or other builders have the same issue. And that's when the eye stalk moves all the way down, the spring actually pops out. So that's kind of annoying. So for now I just limit its movement with a bit of tape. So let's see what we get today. Excited, Paige?
Obviously.
This is our first motor. Let's put the Dalek aside. Let's have a look at the instructions. And we should get a test lead. This is probably just to test the motor. I don't think we need it. And we need screws. So I'll get my trusty screw cup here. There we go. And there should be 10 of them. Yeah, looks about right. What's next? Let's see, what do we have here? That is this part. It's presumably the top and the motor compartment. And last but not least, the motor itself. Let's see what we have. So we have a little motor and a gearbox to reduce the speed and add some torque. Okay, let's see what we have to do. Now we have to get this part somewhere here. Just want to see if this is fully mirrored or not. It's hard to tell, but I think this is the way it needs to go. There's a small circle here, that's probably the motor shaft and the other end. So let's see if we can fit that in there. Nice, perfect fit. So now all we need to do is to screw it down. Ideally, I would use a magnetic screwdriver, but we'll just have to make do. Now after this build, Paige, we should be able to move the eye stalk up and down by the looks of it.
That will be amazing.
That will be great, isn't it? And then we probably need another motor in a future issue to make the head rotate. Okay. Well, like I said before, we're just building the Dalek, following the instructions, but after the build we're going to actually modify it, make it really, really cool. Put our own electronics in, make it an actual working robot. But that's something for the future. Alrighty, okay, now before we go any further, let's actually test this motor. And from a previous part we have a battery holder. And let's just disconnect this cable. We don't need that, put that away. And as you can see, they won't fit, so hence the adapter cable. Alrighty. Now these are keyed, meaning you can only put them in one way. Not that it really matters for a motor, we'll just turn the other way if you do it wrong, but in this case you can't do it wrong. So let's connect it and let's see if it works. Let's power it on. Oh, look at that. I can barely hear it. Can you hear it? Wow. Have a look, guys. Beautiful. Alright. Now we know the motor is working. We can disconnect. Careful. You don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to pull the wires out of the connector. Alright, let's put the battery pack away. Let's have a look how to mount this motor. Now I assume it needs to go in here. This is what allows us to move the shaft, and it should fit snugly in here. Unfortunately, I did make the motor move, so it's not in a perfect position, the shaft, but let's see if I can lift this a bit. No, actually I need to remove the tape. There we go, whoops. And now you can see the problem I have with the spring falling out. But at least it's easier to put the motor in now. Okay. Now this is a bit fiddly. I should have tried it before I placed it, but I think this is it. Now we're just going to put the spring back. And hopefully it stays put. Because now with the motor in place, it can't go any higher, so the spring should stay in place. Now, if you have any issues, you can safely stretch the spring a bit, but this should be fine. All right, now we've got the lid. Again, the lid has two sides. Make sure you put it on the right way. Let's see if it snaps. No, it doesn't. And we put 4 more screws in. I think that's it. What we're going to do though, before we leave it as is, we're going to test it, see if the motor actually works. Now I'm just putting in the screws very loosely. I won't tighten them yet, just to make sure it fits well. And I also want to make sure the motor can actually move the eye stalk up and down. Now this is a very clever mechanism. Initially I thought it would just be able to move up and down, but because this is a rotating motion, even if the motor just moves one way, the eye stalk will still go up and down. So it won't lock or block, which is not what you want. Because otherwise you need to have some sort of mechanism that knows the position of the motor. All right, let's have a look. Shall we see if it works? Okay, still, I'll let you hold the battery pack. Thank you. Let's connect this again carefully. And let's do this the right way up. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. Now if you switch it on, let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. Let's wait for full rotation. Oh, that's it. It has a limit by the looks of it. I wonder if that's the way it's supposed to work. Well, let's check the manual. I haven't really checked the manual. Let's have a look. And yeah, we're supposed to put it in the outer shaft, so that's correct. And you just have to connect it. Apparently, there's another screw I've missed. Oh no, all good. All right, I think this is it for this part. Seems to work, so I'll see you guys in the next issue.
Bye.